Talk amongst yourselves. Hey VC, Jex Russell, I'm back. I just finished recording my huge CD update. I had like 20 albums to talk about. But now here I am with some vinyl. I have a little less vinyl. I have six albums to talk about. All great, all awesome, all cool. So I'm just gonna get right into them. So here we go. First one. I just wanna get it out of the way. It's nothing rare, nothing uncommon, but still a cool album. And here it is, Ted Nugent, Intensities in 10 Cities. Yeah, I love Ted Nugent, everybody knows. And this is actually my third version of this. No reason, I just kept finding better copies, and this is the best one I found. The cover's in great shape, you know, except for that one crease here, but it's in great shape. The vinyl is like near mint, so I had to get it, and it has the inner sleeve, picture sleeve. The second copy I had of this, the picture sleeve looked like someone stepped on it, so this one's nice. Has a little bit of tape on the sides, but nothing too bad. And yeah, like I said, the vinyl is clean, beautiful shape, so I had to get it. As for the album, at the time this was kind of it's kind of strange. It was all new, all live, just new live tracks, and I think they sound great. Tracks such as Put Up or Shut Up, Spontaneous Combustion, My Love Is Like a Tire Iron, Jailbait, Heads Will Roll, Flying Lip Lock. You know, great stuff. Nothing amazing, but it's good for what it is. So yeah, my third copy of Intensities in 10 Cities. Next one up. This is a cool collector's item. I couldn't pass it up. Well, actually, I did pass it up. I'll be honest with you. I saw it once at this shop, the shop I go to called Mass Media Outlet. I saw it, didn't pick it up. Saw it a second time, still left it behind. And then the third time I went, and he gave me a deal on it, so I thought I'm gonna get it. Just because I usually don't buy singles, and this is a 12-inch single of Lita Ford, Shot of Poison. So yeah, I usually don't buy singles, but this, like I said, it just looks cool. I mean, look at that. So I got it. Side A, you have a remix version of Shot of Poison, and then on side B, you have the album version of Shot of Poison, followed by Larger Than Life. And I actually preferred Larger Than Life. Shot of Poison was kind of poppy, you know. It's still catchy, but you know, not something I'd listen to over and over. But Larger Than Life was a little more, you know, heavy, and I really enjoyed it. I'll have to listen to it again. I only listened to it the once, but it was awesome. And let me just show you. It's just the plain black sleeve here. But the highlight here is this sleeve. Hold on. You ain't seen nothing yet. Alright. Oh, there's my cat talking. So on one side, you have the skull and crossbones. Right? Pretty cool. But wait till we see this side. Hope you can see it on camera. Lita Ford. What a babe. To quote one of my all-time favorite comedies, swing! Nah, she's a pretty lady. A pretty lady. So, yeah, that's a 1992 calendar and poster, which I thought was really cool. As I mentioned, I don't really collect singles, 12-inch singles. Not even 7-inch singles, really. But I thought that was awesome, so I had to pick it up. And even, I don't know, I might not keep it. I might send it as VCLT to someone someday, so who knows. But, yeah, I couldn't just leave it there. It's too cool to pass up. So, Lita Ford, Shot of Poison. Next one up. I gotta tell a little story. I gotta set up the stage for this one. So I go to this local shop called Spin It. I had my buddy Plow with me. The reason I went there, I went to pick up an album by a Canadian rock band called Goddo. I was actually chatting with Scott Waters, and he had been telling me about this band, and I only knew like one song by them, which I thought was a good song. Bus Driver Blues, I think it was called. But he was talking to me about them, and it got me really intrigued. And I knew that Spin It had their self-titled album, so I'm like, I'm gonna go buy it. I went there twice actually. I went there one day, and I was like, you know what? I better not spend any money. So I put it back. And I was chatting with Scott later that night. He's like, did you pick up Goddo? I was like, no, I should have. So the next day I go back to pick it up. That's the time I had Plow with me. So I had it in my hands, ready to go. And then Plow and I are like, oh, let's look at the new arrivals. And then I see this. Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This has been on my want list for a while. You know, it's a great album. First Ozzy album I ever heard. It's still in the shrink. It's open on the side, but it's still in the shrink. So I thought, ooh, okay, it's $12. That's an amazing price for this album. It's in great shape. Okay, I'll get this and Gatto. All right, I gotta get them both, but nothing more. And then we just keep on digging in the new arrivals. And this pops up. Blizzard of Oz. Again, still in the original shrink. This one's $15. I was like, oh, why are you doing this to me? Another one that's been on my want list. I didn't have any Ozzy on vinyl. So I had to really pick and choose, and I ended up putting back the Gatto record, which I'm going to have to go back and get eventually. I couldn't get them all, but I thought about it for minutes, maybe like 10 minutes. And then, yeah, eventually I decided to go with the Ozzy because they've been on my want list for a long time. I usually don't find original Ozzy records for that cheap. If you ask me, I think that's a cheap price for Ozzy Osbourne. So yeah, here goes a plane. Let's start with Bark at the Moon. Like I said, first one I ever heard from Ozzy. I have it on cassette. I have it on CD. Now I have it on vinyl. I think it's a great album. I know. Some people complain that it's not Randy Rhoads. But I think Jake E. Lee is a great guitar player. Great guitar work on this. My absolute favorite cut on here is Center of Eternity. Great song. Yeah, you guys all know this one, Bark at the Moon. So yeah, Blizzard of Oz again. This is one I have on CD, as you've probably seen in my CD update by now. But yeah, just to find it on vinyl, I couldn't believe it. Don't have to say much about this. I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solution. Ozzy's first album after leaving Black Sabbath, and just an amazing album. It's, as I always say, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. Blizzard of Oz is great. Diary of a Madman. Bark at the Moon. But yeah, this one's definitely up there. Alright, so the next one I have to talk about, I made a little teaser video talking about this because I just couldn't wait to show it off. And here it is. It's Judas Priest, British Steel with Killing Machine. Yeah, I had to make that video because when I got this, I was so excited, and I knew I didn't have time to make an update, but I had to talk about it. So yeah, this is a 2-for-1. See? Awesome. Yeah, these are two great albums. A lot of you know I've been building my Judas Priest collection, so to find these together was great. This is a pressing from the Netherlands, if I understand correctly. I checked on Discogs, and it seems to be from the Netherlands. It's on the CBS label. And as for a year, I don't really see a year on it. It's Discogs said 1980, which I mean is a fair assumption because that's when British Steel was released. But a few things don't add up. First of all, it has a barcode on it. I forget exactly when barcode started, but I think it's either 84 or 86. I forget, sometime in the mid 80s. So in 1980, they wouldn't have had a barcode. And another thing that shows that it's not from 1980 is this. You have more albums that were released on the Nice Price series. And you have here Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of small. The Ultimate Sin. And that was released in 86. So this is sometimes around the mid to late 80s release, I would say. But anyway, that being said, yeah, I'm really happy to finally have these. I listened to them the other day. They sound great. Yeah. Yeah, on the CBS label. So Judas Priest, British Steel, Killing Machine. Super pumped. Super pumped. Alright, and the two last ones I have to talk about, I picked them up at the same place, same time I picked up the Judas Priest albums. This is at a local shop called Livewire. I talk about that place all the time because I'm there a lot of the time. But yeah, Marty, the owner, he had these as new arrivals, and I was happy because I've been looking for these for a while. Van Halen, Women and Children First, my absolute favorite Van Halen album. Well, this and Van Halen 2, they're kind of tied, but yeah, I absolutely love this album. The songs on here, Romeo Delight is one of my favorite cuts. Loss of Control, Everybody Wants Some. Yeah, an awesome album. Just so fast, so heavy, I think. And the guitar work from Eddie Van Halen, well, it's exactly what you'd expect. It's amazing. So Women and Children First. I've had it on CD for a long time. Never had it on vinyl. So finally, I've been looking for this one for a while. I know it's fairly easy to find, but for some reason I wasn't finding it. Finally have it. And then last, but certainly not least, as usual, Van Halen Diver Down. Again, if you've seen my CD update, I picked this up on CD as well lately. And not too long after I found the vinyl, but I couldn't leave it behind. I had to get it. Like I mentioned in the CD update, I always thought this was a covers album, so I always kind of avoided it. But then I found out that it's not. There's five covers, but everything else is are originals. So yeah, I haven't listened to the record yet. I've heard the album on CD, but I look forward to giving this a spin. Now the only Van Halen album I'm missing on vinyl of the David Lee Roth era is the self-titled, which is pretty common, but it's pretty easy to find, but I don't have it for some reason. So there you have it, folks. The vinyl update. That's all I've bought for the past 2-3 weeks, maybe. So yeah, hope you liked it. Hope you were able to bear with me. I'm kind of tired. It's been a busy work day today, but yeah, let me know what you think. Thoughts, opinions are always welcome, and take care of yourselves. Peace out.